We are live. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Good evening from here. Please, once you jump on live, let us know where you're watching from, and then let us know whether you're hearing us. Type 1 in the comment section to let us know whether you're hearing us, and then also type in where you are joining us from. So we are Browdy Global Limited, and today we are here to share with you one interesting thing you need to know, or all the things you need to know about our property right here in the city of Enugu. I'm Jacinta Ukwa, the business manager right here in Browdy Global Limited, and
I am Roy Mwashmule. I'm the client manager here at Browdy Global.
So today we are here to talk about one of our top investments or property investment right here in the city of Enugu, which is Divine Acres Estate. How many of us know about this property already? If you know, let us know in the comment section. And if you can hear us, like I said, we are just jumping live right now. Also, let us know in the comment section. So we're talking about one of our fast-selling property right here in the city of Enugu. And we've gotten a lot of
questions,
a lot of requests, a lot of questions and inquiries about this estate. And we thought it as much to come on live, share with you and answer all the questions and the concerns you have about Divine Acres Estate. So without wasting much of our time, we'll just be diving right into the question. However, we'll first of all introduce Divine Acres Estate to you, especially if you're hearing it for the first time. Can you tell us things you know about Divine Acres? Can you tell us about Divine Acres Estate while we go into the questions, the frequently asked questions for this estate?
Okay, so Divine Acres Phase 1 is one of our estates, like the fastest and hottest selling estate we have right now in the city of Enugu. It's located at Ugwogo, which is one of the corridors that's leading towns in Nsukka and Abuja. It's located in a very strategic place, and one thing you should really know about this property is that it is already fully fenced, and it's really strategic for land investments and all of that. I don't really want to go into all of this right now. As we begin to go through the questions and the inquiries about it, definitely will be giving you more and let you know more about Divine Acres Phase 1. What you should know for now is that it's strategic and it's located at Ugwogo, Enugu. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. So you've heard it. So especially for you, if you're hearing about Divine Acres Estate Phase 1, we have a lot of phases. We have the Phase 1, we have the Phase 2, and the Phase 3. But today we're talking about the Phase 1 estate, which is currently on sale. So we'll be diving right into the questions. We have a lot of questions. I know we have gotten a lot from you, and also from other people that want to buy into this estate. So if you still have question about Divine Acres, you can drop it at the comment section and we attend to it. So the first on our list is
okay. The first one here says, I sort of answered it, but I'll still ask it again. Someone asked, where is Divine Acres Estate Phase 1 located? And this is the honors.
So Divine Acres Estate is located at Ugwogo of the Enugu Nsukka / Abuja Expressway. So it is off the road. It's less than 3 minutes from the expressway. Yeah. So that is where we have Divine Acres situated.
Okay, the next question here says, what type of title does Divine Acres Estate have on the land?
Well, the title, which is like the document that Divine Acres come with, is the deed of assignment and a registered survey plan. The estate is already registered, right? It is registered at the Ministry of Lands, which you can always verify. We have series of people that bought and went for verification, and they saw that, it was duly registered. So it is registered, and that is why we are having a deed of assignment and a registered survey plan. So yes, that is the title that Divine Acres Estate have. So the next question right here is, are there any encumbrances on the land? I mean, this is one of the major questions we always get. We usually get as a company selling this particular property, because I mean everybody is scared of losing their hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that comes to their mind is, are you sure this place is genuine? Are you sure there's no family issues?
Yeah.
Court cases, underlying court cases in this particular property? Well, the answer is no. There is no encumbrances on the land. There is no advance claims on the land.
Not at all.
There is no court case on the land. There is no family issue or issue.
No sort of issues at all.
In fact, any issue that you can think of in your
Yeah.
head, there is no issue on the land. It is fully free from any of these encumbrances that you may be thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd like to add something here. You know, when they're talking about purified liquids, when they say something is triple distilled, like it's pure, every land we sell, we sort of triple distill it. We ensure, we verify, triple verify to ensure that there are no forms of encumbrances on every property that has Browdy on it. So that is just to tell you, rest assured, there are no form of encumbrances on the land. All right, so the next question here says, someone asks, what is the payment structure? What's the payment plan like for Divine Acres Phase 1? Miss Jacinta, money woman.
So Divine Acres currently is selling for 5,950,000 naira as a discount price per plot. And a plot size there is measuring for 500 square meters. So for each 500 square meters in Divine Acres Estates,
Yeah.
is going for 5,950,000 naira. And then the actual price is 6.5 million naira. So we sort of have like some plots we want to sell at this particular price, and after the plot are being sold at 5,950,000, it goes back to the actual price of 6.5 million naira. Now, there are payment structures. The payment structures we have there, you can make outright payments of the 5,950,000 naira, or you can pay in installments. So we have, or there is a 3-month payment plan for Divine Acres Estate, that where you can make a down payment of 2 million naira, and then you get to spread your balance within 3 months. So this is the payment structure we have right in Divine Acres Estate. Please, if you are following us, let us know. Drop the fire emoji on the comment section. Let us know that you are following. If you also have questions concerning Divine Acres, please also drop them and we'll answer them as we go on right in this live session.
Yeah, before we go on from this one on payment structure, so someone asked me a question, said regarding the payment structure, it's clear that it's 2 million down payment. So the balance of 3,950,000 naira, is there a particular, the person was asking me, can I pay it anyhow I want across the 3 months? Is it up to me to decide how I want to pay? Can I go 500, 500, 1 million, 1 million, anyhow I want to?
Well, there's no stipulated amount for you to pay in the months that you have to pay up for the land.
Yeah.
So you can actually pay anyhow you want. What we know is that you should pay up the money or the total amount for the land within the stipulated period. So there is no like a breakdown of how you should pay it. You can decide to, some people they decide to wait and then pay up in one particular month. Some decide to break down the payment, the 3,950,000, into 3 sections and pay up. So anyhow that is convenient for you, you can decide to do that. So far you are paying up within that
agreed time.
I know that the next question that will be coming to your mind is, what if I did not meet up with the time? That is another question I usually get. I don't know whether you get that, Mr. Roy.
I've gotten it once or twice.
Okay, so yeah, some people ask me, what if I did not meet up with the 3 months? What's the penalty? So the only penalty right here is that if you don't meet up with the 3 months, a grace of extra 1 month will be given to you. But if you don't meet up at all, the balance you are owing will attract extra 10%. So let's take, for instance, your balance that is supposed to pay within that 3 months was 1 million naira. That 1 million naira is certainly going to attract extra 10% of the 1 million naira to the 1 million naira that you're owing,
Yeah.
meaning that you'll be paying 1.1 million naira
Yeah.
if you default, right? So that is the only clause around that. Yeah.
So I believe that's very clear on payment structures, right? That's very clear.
Yeah.
On to the next one we have right here. This, I don't know why people ask these questions, even because it's very clear most times on our branding materials, but I'll still ask it anyway. Somebody asks, okay, what is the plot size?
Well,
Yeah.
um, a lot of investors invest outside of Enugu. So most times when they now come into Enugu, they are wondering where they are wondering the plot size that Enugu uses, right? So they want to be very sure of what they are paying for.
Yeah.
So the plot size for there are different plot sizes in different areas.
Yeah.
However, in Enugu, what we use here mostly is 500 square meters. So for Divine Acres Estate is 500 square meters, which is 60 feet. When you check it in feet, it is 60 feet by 100 feet. So that is the plot size in Divine Acres Estate.
Okay. Now, going on, the next question you
There's
can.
question online. Okay.
Is there a question online?
Okay, we will attend to that we'll attend to your question at the end, towards the end of this, of
Okay.
the ones we have already written down. We'll attend to you shortly.
All right. So you can take the next question.
Yeah. All right. The next question said, is the road to the estate accessible? The answer is yes. The road to the estate is motorable and very much accessible. I mean, if you have visited the estate before now, you will know what I'm talking about. How many of us have visited the estate? Let me know in the comment section if you have visited or if you have seen Divine Acres Estate. So the estate is quite accessible and motorable. I mean, like I said, it's less than 3 minutes from the expressway.
Yeah.
That is to tell you how accessible it is. It is very much accessible. In fact, you drive smoothly from the express down to the estate. So yeah, the estate is accessible.
Okay. For those of you who have questions online, like she said, we are getting to your questions very soon.
Yeah.
Now, this question, I get that very often. And Ms. J says, what other payments do I make apart from the payment for the land?
Okay, so the payment is inclusive of the document. However, the development fee will be communicated later. So the 5,950,000 naira covers for both your land and your document. So there is no other fee for now on any plot you are buying in Divine Acres Estate. However, when you want to start building, like it is in every other place, when you want to start building, there's usually a development fee,
Yeah.
which for now has not been ascertained in Divine Acres Estate. Right. So the only payment you're making right now is the 5,950,000 naira, and it is covering for both your land and your document right in this estate.
All right.
Okay, so the next question, and then next you pick a plot from the layout plan we have, and then you pay. What the next thing, the next after your payment, what happened next is that your documents will be prepared, and then we'll arrange with the surveyor for Divine Acres Estate to show you your plot on ground. So yes, you get your plot after payment and after getting your document in Divine Acres Estate. It is safe to say that you get an instant allocation once you buy in Divine Acres Estate. I mean, we have some clients who purchased there, even those that purchased before now, they have seen
Yeah.
their plots, and they got to see their beacons on ground. Their beacons are already on ground right there in Divine Acres Estate. So yeah, you get to see your land after you make payments and you get your documents right in Divine Acres Estate.
Yeah, and also to add to this, which is very closely related, now you're only getting your instant allocation and land after complete payment,
Payment.
okay? Because when you, because another question that often follows this up is, when I make an initial deposit, what do I get?
Yeah.
So what you get after complete payment is different from what you get from initial deposit.
Deposit.
So when you make an initial deposit, you're only going to get the receipt of payment, right? You get a receipt of payment, and maybe, okay, let's not go into that. You just get a receipt of payment. But when you complete your payment and get your document, we can now talk about physical allocation and instant allocation. But for an initial deposit, you're getting a receipt of payment. Okay, moving on. Now, this question is for those of us who are not, I believe the person who sent this is someone who is outside of Enugu, and I'll just read it out. It says, can I invest if I'm in the diaspora or outside Enugu?
The answer is yes, you can invest if you're outside of Enugu, or if you're in diaspora. In fact, most of the people that have even invested in Divine Acres Estate are in diaspora, and most of them also are located outside of Enugu. So we've helped clients buy or own properties in Divine Acres from UK, from
Exactly.
Dublin, from Germany, a lot of, from different countries. So yes, you can actually buy property or buy or invest if you are in diaspora or outside of Enugu.
Okay.
So you'll be wondering, how do I do that? Well, first, you can work with a genuine realtor, or you work with us directly by contacting us on the numbers which will be dropping at the comment section, and then we can help you walk through the process of securing a plot in Divine Acres Estate. However, if you have a trusted relative right here in Enugu who can also help you, you can send a person to come and stand in for you by maybe getting to see the property and then proceeding with the payments and all of that. However, if you don't have anyone that you can send, you can work with us directly, and we, help you through the process by guiding you from um, conducting a virtual inspection for you,
Yeah.
and then getting to show you the layout plan when you select your plot, and then helping you in the payment method, which you can do by transfer, and then getting your documents ready. Once you make payments, we get your document ready, and yes, we can send the documents to your location wherever you are in the world. We can send your documents to your location, and maybe once you're back, probably you get to see your plots on ground. So yes, it is safe to invest from. You can invest if you are not in Enugu and if you're in the diaspora, right in Divine Acres Estates. Hope that
Okay.
answers it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This question comes up a lot of times. Comes up a lot of times. So on different estates we sell, I get this question a lot of times. So this question says, can I start construction or building on the land now? Like after I complete my payments, can I start building? Can I start developing something on the land?
The answer is yes, because Divine Acres is in a buildable location.
Yeah.
If you have watched the video of Divine Acres Estate, which if you have not yet seen it, you can go through our page and get to watch the video of Divine Acres Estate. It is already in a buildable location. People are already building there, people are already
Exactly.
living there, and there is electricity there as well. So yes, you can start building on your land after the fiscal allocation. I mean, after payments, you get your acknowledgement receipt, you get your deed of assignment and registered survey plan, then we allocate you. So after the fiscal allocation, you can start building on your plot of land. So yes, you can build on your plot of land after allocation. However, your building plan must be approved by the appropriate um, government parastatals. That is, you must make sure that your building plan is well approved and you can now commence your building right on your plot. Also, before you start building, there's a development fee you are going to pay. Like I said, um, it's not yet stated, but it will be communicated to you once you are ready to build.
Okay, we are gradually coming to the end of the questions that we have here, guys. So if you have your questions online, hold on. We are coming to you right away. Now, the last but not the least question here. Okay, 3 more questions to go. So, yeah, I get this too. I get this. Some people who often think, people who think land banking, they tend to have this question a lot, and it says, can I resell my plot after I buy? Can I resell my plot?
Well, yes, the answer is yes. I mean, the plot is already yours. You can decide to resell, you can decide to build on your plot, you can decide to do whatever you want on your plot. Yes, the answer is yes. So far, you have completed your payment, you have gotten your documents, you have been physically allocated, you have the right to resell your plot of land in Divine Acres Estate anytime you want. So yeah, that is the answer to that question.
Okay, Mio, I hope you've been following thus far. If you're following, please feel free to drop some fire emojis in the comment section. And if you joined way before we started, also comment live where you are, and so we can connect to you after now. Going on, this question says, of course, I wouldn't assume that everybody knows this, so I'm still going to ask this question so that you can get knowledge from this. So, Miss J, this one says, can I pay cash to your agent, to the realtor, to the person that's marketing the land to you? Can I pay cash?
Well, the answer is no. We don't advise clients or investors to make cash payments to anybody. So reason being that cash payments doesn't give you don't have any evidence that you made a cash payment, right? So we usually advise that you do it either by any other means that is aside cash payment. You
Yeah.
make your payment through transfer, and please don't pay to your agent. We advise strongly that you pay into the company's account, which is Browdy Global Limited.
Yeah.
So when you reach out to any agent marketing Divine Acres, ensure that the person sends you the company's account and you pay into the company's account, which is Browdy Global Limited. And even if it is outside buying from Browdy Global Limited,
Yeah.
whether you are buying property anywhere, make sure you're paying with something that has evidence. Make sure
Exactly.
that you're paying something that after transferring, you have a receipt that you can generate for yourself before sending to the person you made the payment to. This is because in how this is in court there is no evidence. When there is no evidence, there is no case. So you need
Exactly.
to make sure you have something that shows a proof that you make a payment. So it is strongly advised that you do not make cash payment to anybody, especially to your agent. Make your payment directly to the company that you are purchasing that property from. Hope this is clear.
I got it crystal clear. I hope it's very clear. Okay, so now before we take the last 2 questions we've listed here, let's answer the question online so that we'll just wrap up with this after this question.
Okay.
So the question online is from Christopher Aduku, and he says, does it include documentation? I believe he's talking about the payment. Does it include documentation, and can individuals apply for C of O when the land itself does not have the land title?
Okay, well, yeah, the first question, which is, does the payment include documents? The answer is yes. The 5,950,000 naira is inclusive of your plot and your documents. Then the second question is what?
The second question says, can an individual apply for C of O when the land itself doesn't have the C of O?
Okay, yeah. Yes. An individual can apply for a C of O. I mean, the estate is already registered, so you can apply for a C of O for your plot if you wish to. However, the estate is already properly registered and it has a good title. But if you want to proceed to get a C of O, so let me use this scenario to explain this. Is getting a C of O is just like getting a doctorate degree after you have gotten your master's and your degree. So we've gotten the degree for the land, gotten the master's for the land. Now, if you now want to proceed to getting a doctorate degree, which is a C of O for your plot of land,
or a PhD.
You can apply for that with your document, which we will issue to you. So yes, you can get that for your plots. Hope we answered your question, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Christopher, I hope that answered you very well. Now we're wrapping up with the questions we have here. So someone asked this question. I think this is the last. So when is the best time to buy, even if I don't want to build yet? When is the best time to buy? Or why is now the best? Sorry, it says why is now the best time to buy, even if I don't want to build yet?
So let me start with saying this. There's this document I will be to one of my clients in the diaspora last week, and he bought Divine Acres Estates. I think around this time, I just checked the date, it was around this time last year. And Divine Acres was selling for just 3.5 million naira at that time. And right now, it's already at 5,950,000, which is even at a discounted rate. The actual price is actually 6.5 million. So, like that, the saying goes, it is better you buy land and wait than you wait to buy land. The thing is that the property will keep appreciating. As you are waiting, the land value is increasing.
Yeah.
Now, if you are coming, this is May. By May next year, it is guaranteed that this particular property is not going to be selling at this price. So yes, if you are now is the best time to buy, because it will save you a lot of millions in the future, and as well it will also make you a lot of millions in the future. So let's take, for instance, those that bought at 3.5 million naira, now they decide to sell. You see, they've already made like almost 100% return on their investment just in the last 12 months, which there is no bank that can give you that.
Bank. You can't bank on the bank.
You can't bank on it. So even if you don't plan to build now, still buy it. Now there's this joy and there's this fulfillment that comes with when you buy a land and it appreciates. And now you're not just buying an ordinary land, but you're buying a land that is already secured, that is free from any, encumbrances that you may think of, that is good. It is free from any wahala. It is something that is going to give you peace of mind while your investment appreciates. So yeah, right now is the best time to buy. Do you have something to add to that?
Well, if there's nothing I want to add to it, it's an experience with my friend last year that I cannot forget. So this guy wanted to buy, then it was a property we were selling at 4 million. So he wanted to buy 5 plots. He wanted to buy 5 plots. He wanted to spend 20 M once. For 5 plots, like, guy, I want to spend 20 M, buy 5 plots like the pumps all at one time. But however, I think he had roughly about 8 million naira on ground, either 8 or 10 million naira. It wasn't enough for the 5 plots that time, but he wanted to buy outright 5 plots one time. And I told him, dude, this is what I think you should do. You can actually lock in with the payment plan right now, so that even if it appreciates, you can still complete your payment with this particular price. I was like, no, it's me that have their shoulder. They just have that price. He wanted to pay out outrightly, but guess what happened? He was expecting 20 million. He was expecting his money to be complete in bulk in about 2 months from then, he said his 20 million will be complete in bulk so that he can buy the 5 plots one time. But guess what? In about 1 month and 15 days, the property appreciated to, it went from 4 million naira to 6 million naira. And guess what? When the 20 million landed, boom, he still couldn't afford, he could no longer afford to get 5 plots at once. I think he eventually got 3 plots or so. I don't even. So that what I'm saying is why it's best to buy now, even if you don't want to build, is because you can control the money you make, but you can't control when land will appreciate.
Exactly.
So it's better you buy now, and as your finances come ahead, you can use a payment plan, all of that. So yes, that's what I can add to this particular one.
And here is my advice. If you are someone that maybe you have some part payments and you feel that you want to have the money complete, this is one of the mistakes I made when I started real estate. There was this land I was eyeing, and then I had part payment. I was saying, oh, let my money complete. That's how the land moved. And I couldn't afford it again.
Yeah.
So instead of waiting to have the full amount of money, deposit the one you have and then lock in a plot in that particular place. So after that incident, nobody told me again that if I see any land I like,
you will learn from experience.
Yeah, I should lock it in with a down payment, and then over time, and like that saying goes, where there is a will, there is a way. So because you have the way that you're going to buy this property, the ways how you can complete that payment will always come. So that's what happened to me. The ways now opened up, and I completed the payment for that particular property over time. So don't always wait for the perfect time, and there's nothing like perfect time. If you wait for the perfect time, you may never get started with whatever you want in life. So always start with what you have, and then over time you'll be wowed on how far you have gone. So locking with down payments, and for Divine Acres Estate, you can lock in a plot with a 2 million naira down payment, and you can get to spread your balance over 3 months. So yeah, I think this is where our live session comes to an end. Any other questions online?
I think we'll just take the end of this one.
Okay.
Finally, for those of us who have been commenting online, we see you in Ugwogo with the fire everywhere. Set it on fire. Set the comment on fire. And can we see you Favor Obia? Pronounce his name. Obiaozo. Favor Obiaozo. Okay, thank you for connecting. Thank you for engaging. Now we'll be wrapping up with this one finally. This one says, how do I start my journey with Browdy Global? How do I start off buying land with Browdy Global?
Well, if you want to start out your land investment journey with Browdy Global Limited, first thing you need to do is to have a budget. In Browdy Global, we have a lot of properties at different prices. So you connect with us by sending us a message on the numbers. Maybe check our pages for our number, or we'll drop it at the comment section right here. You connect with us, and then we'll show you the list of properties we have. We have properties ranging from 2.5 million naira up to 200 million naira. So you can send us what you want, your budget, and we'll link you up with the kind of property that is suitable for that your budget and for the purpose you want to use it for. And we'll guide you through the process of the inspection, verifying of documents, and then making payments for the land, and then ensuring that you get your documents. So we also will build documents, so any location that you're staying right, so far you're in this world, we send out your documents to your doorstep. And then finally, we also get you allocated to see your plot on ground. However, if you want to start, or if you want to own a plot in Divine Acres Estate today, you know what to do. Just send us a message on the numbers in the comment section, and then we'll get you started. So to own a plot in Divine Acres Estate, if you like I said, if you have someone, you can send a person, trusted somebody, because we've seen a lot of cases where you will send somebody that you do not trust, and the person will come to give you a different message altogether. So if you have someone that you trust, you can send a person to come for inspection for you, and then work and then run through the process of owning the land by picking plots for you and then making payments, getting your documents, and getting to see the plot on ground. But if you are not on ground and you don't have anybody that you trust to do this, you can work with us directly,
Yeah.
and you'll be sure that you are getting everything that you need. We help you to, like I said, conduct a virtual inspection for you where you get to see this property live through a video call, and then we also send you the layout plan containing the plots, available plots in the estate where you choose your own plot. Then you proceed to making payments for your plot. Either you're making outright payments or you are making an initial deposit to lock in the plot, and then your receipt of payments or acknowledgement receipt will be sent to you via your email. And then once your document is ready, once you complete your payment, we proceed to prepare your document. And this document takes 3 weeks or less to be ready. Once it is ready, we get it scanned and sent to your email as well, where you get to sign. And then if you now want us to bill it to your location, you send us your address, and boom, you get it to your doorstep. And then lastly, you get to see the plot on ground, where we arrange with the surveyor to show you this plot on ground. And like they say, the rest is history, right? And then boom, you own a plot in Divine Acres Estate, and watch how your development, your investment will appreciate. And now, I know the next question is, why should I even invest in Divine Acres Estate? For some people, why should I invest in Divine Acres Estate? Now, I don't know whether you have seen that news of Nike Lake revamping, Nike Lake revamp, where the government of Enugu has signed a deal or a contract with Landmark. Now, Landmark is a company that is well known in real estate and hospitality, and he's going to take over Nike Lake for the next 35 years. You know what that means? It's going to improve the properties. It's going to improve Nike Lake itself, which will in return generate a lot of revenue for Enugu State government and attract a lot of people to Enugu State. And what it means is that once the place becomes so functional, the properties around it is
Yeah.
going to appreciate in value, because there'll be a lot of demand, and there'll be a lot of activities going on in that place. So yeah, Divine Acres Estate is exactly 20 minutes from Nike Lake Resort. So that is a sign that Divine Acres is a good investment for you. The next is the dualization of the Enugu Nsukka / Abuja Expressway,
Yeah.
which is going on currently. And
Massive project.
Divine Acres Estate is just off the expressway. What it means is that once the dualization is completed, I mean, one thing that makes a property to appreciate is construction of road. And with the dualization that is going on there, once the dualization is completed, the value of properties around there or along the express road would definitely go up, because there'll be demand for properties along the road. And I mean, Divine Acres will not be left
Yeah.
out, right? So that is another sign that Divine Acres Estate is a good investment. And then lastly is that it is well secured. It is already fenced.
Already fenced.
So there is no form of encumbrances. There's no form of Nike issues on it. There's no
Yeah.
form of anything on it. It is already secured with a perimeter fence with the beacons already on ground. So these three things right now, these are the three reasons why you should invest in Divine Acres Estate, or why Divine Acres Estate is considered as a good investment for you, especially if you are looking for a property to invest right now in Enugu State, Nigeria.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's about time we draw the curtains for this evening's live. I'm sure you got a lot of value from this, and definitely you've made up your mind on something. There was something you said which I feel is important to reiterate. She said something about Where there is a will, there is a way. So all you have to do is have the will to buy, will to invest in Divine Acres Phase 1, and every other way will definitely manifest itself with time. So in three last things I'm going to say is: one, will, decide you want to buy; two, budget; three, reach out either to us or your realtor, and like she said, the rest is history. All right. Smile for them now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. My name is Roy Moore, and I am the client manager for Browdy Global, and you are.
Jacinta Okwa, Business Manager, Browdy Global Limited.
All right, thank you for joining this live. Thank you for those that want set the comment section on fire. May fire not be lacking in your life in a good way. All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Christopher Adiku. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you joined us live and also asked your question. Thank you so much. Till we come to your face again. Bye for now.
Bye.